Okay, time being 7 p.m., time for the July 12th, 2023 council meeting. And I get a call to order and roll call, please.
Elwick.
Here.
Gates. Here. Messenius.
Here.
Fluhop.
Here.
Stark.
Here.
Parmenter is absent.
All right, all rise and say the pledge of allegiance, please. I
pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Can I get a motion to approve the agenda as written?
Motion.
Motion by Ron.
Second.
Second by Riley. All those in favor?
Aye.
Can I get a motion to approve the consent agenda as written?
Second.
By Bethany, second by Andrew. All right, now we've got a battle going back and
Yeah.
forth,
Go.
like a tennis match. Anybody got any comments, questions? Nothing? Nobody? Alrighty. So moving on, all those in favor?
Aye.
All those opposed? None. Now it's time to receive and file communication petitions for remonstrances. You got the ones in the your packet. We got questions on those? Alrighty. Moving on to committee reports.
The rental code meeting will take place August 2nd at 6 p.m. So we just set that date today, so an email will get sent out to those on the committee. So that
Perfect.
we can get started on that.
Prior to doing that, can you put an agenda together?
We will.
So we can see that before we send it out.
We will have an agenda and the name of our staff and I will for that meeting as well.
Fantastic. And the mission statement.
Yep.
That'd be great. If you could share that with everybody. Anything else? Okay, moving on to citizen input. Council won't take any action on the comments this meeting, but may do so at a future meeting, so please limit your presentation to 3 minutes or before my little pink timer. Anybody got anything?
Yep, come up and say your name and where you live.
Yep.
Okay,
Okay.
this is the first time for me, okay?
Yep.
Don't make a joke about that.
Not here. I'll wait till I get to your place, and then I'll wait till I come down to eat, and then I'll make sure.
Can I bring my husband talk too? Okay, so we go here then, beside me then.
You can both come up. So.
Yeah,
Just state your name and where you live.
yeah, my name is Ray Wheeler. I live in 746 Avenue. I work with a Chinese restaurant in downtown Los.
Yep.
I work over there for 15 years, right? Oh, no, 30 years. So today I came because I have a problem. So I need you guys' help. So the thing, something going on June 10th, I'm fine with that, but the rule, I don't like it. It's kind of somebody make a rule, and you know downtown is for everybody, correct?
Mm-hmm.
It's not like just only one person. The first time I got mail, the mail go to restaurant, mail already sent to the restaurant. I already talked with my boss, he doesn't want to do anything. He worried about something going on if we talk. So I don't say anything, but my husband called Melody. I already know that, and he talked with Melody about that. And then I understand this situation because for us, you know, we just opened not very long. Just opened it to go for almost 3 years we opened to go. Then we just opened dining not very long, it's November 8th. So it's really less than a year, right? So my husband said, you need to talk and then solve the problem. Because it's impossible. Everybody come to the restaurant must pay the $25 for the reason. Then I give it a letter to the city of Vinton. And then at the time, I have one police, I forgot what name. Then I copy the letter. And they never know this letter. I already come here. Then, before the event, Kevin and Melody come to my place. They talking this one and that one, that one. I don't want to say anything. It's already almost going on, I'm saying. I don't want to fight about that. Then because I understand the situation, they already pay and this and blah. But a day before the event, Friday, the owner of the Mexican restaurant come to my place 8:30 night time. He almost crying talking to me because he said he can't, what we supposed to do. I never know they have event on July 10 because they open not very long. I thought it's March or April, right, the owner? And then I said, how about you guys? You guys open? Yes, because we open dining and to go. Then he said, what happened with us then? You better call. Then I give the paper to them from Melody, this paper. This is the phone number you call. I said that. But I don't know after that. But after that, somebody told me they have hard time to open the business. They don't have so many customers. Mine, yes, I do have it. But mostly my regular customer, because I told them, if you can come, then you can go back to the door. But supposed to not go the back door, I'm saying? It's not right, customer come over there. Because they cannot parking this area. But mostly my customer understand the situation. And then they call me before that. Because we have so many to go.
Well, I called Melody, and we solved the problem as far as being able to go in the front door, and it was appreciated that people was able to go in. But it leaves, they were busy, they had the customers from the deal, but it leaves no parking for regular customers to come in. Saturday nights, there's a lot of old people that come in to eat. They gotta walk 3 blocks. There's no place to park, 3 blocks away. To-go people come in to get up. No place to park. If they wanted to go, they gotta park 3 blocks away. They gotta walk down there. As far as, all the businesses open, they need access to the front of the building. They need parking for the customers. Vinton Unlimited, they say, this is to bring people in to see what downtown's all about. Well, what can they see what downtown is all about when they can't get to the business? It's be much appreciated if before this goes on every year, everybody gets together, the people from the event, the people from the business, and say, what can we do to make this better for everybody? Move over to Fifth Street. There ain't no businesses open over there on Fifth Street. Over by where the ambulance used to be, fairway down, no businesses are there. The road Saturday afternoons and nights, it's empty. East side of the courthouse, empty. Why have it right down on Main Street where businesses are open? I mean, there's other places that could be downtown to show downtown. Nobody can get to their business.
I have one picture. I want to complain about that too.
And another thing, for the restaurant being open, they put the kaibos right beside the restaurant, right down in front of the bank. So people walking into the restaurant, they gotta smell the kaibos. It's an open restaurant with food. They should not have to walk by the kaibos to go into the restaurant. But like I say, I talked to Melody when we got the letter, and it's much appreciated. It was solved for people to get in front of the building. Much appreciated on that.
Okay, so being citizen input, we can't act on anything right now, but I'm quite sure when the next one comes up, we'll be getting people together and get it all arranged. Maybe the logistics do change, but like I said, we can't make any decisions.
Instead of bringing a letter saying, we're having this event, and this is what we're gonna do, and this is what you're gonna do. You don't tell the business what they're gonna do. You get together with them and say, what can we do to make this better for everybody? Tell the restaurant, we're gonna give you 3 wristbands for your employees to go in and out of the building. There's 5 or 6 employees, what's the other 3 gonna do? Walk out and get charged $35 a ticket? At first it wasn't gonna have any place to walk in. It's like, nobody's going in or out that front door. Nobody can see the band, is what Melody told me. nobody can see the band. Well, it's down on Main Street, it's an open business, you're gonna see the band, you know? And, I mean, even putting the walkway to get into the restaurant, what do you gotta do? Gotta be policed to make sure you come out that door and right around the corner? I mean, it's Main Street, it's an open business, you should be able to be out in front of your business. Not being said, you cannot go outside your business. I mean, but it is appreciated, she did solve the problem, where people could get around
Yeah.
and get in, that is much appreciated.
As long as we understand that, we are
But
gonna, we'll
still-
work with everybody.
Yeah, but still, there should be a
I'm not gonna
meeting.
solve it tonight,
Yeah.
No,
okay?
no, but when it does happen, there should be a meeting with all the businesses. It's
Already said that will happen,
Yeah.
so.
I mean, you know, we not fight or something, but you know, we call Melody, so Melody and Kevin solve the problem, and we appreciate. If we don't call, what happened then? You know, just I want to
No,
say that,
we're
yeah.
fine with you calling her,
Yeah.
glad that you're here,
Yeah, I mean,
but if we don't know, we don't know.
yeah, I mean, I
So-
just said, if we not calling, so we'll be close the restaurant, so we don't have a business, because my boss doesn't want to
Well, we
call
got
me
about,
back,
we got
yeah.
about 11 months to get
Okay.
it resolved,
Okay, you probably do that to us, thank you.
so.
Thank you, guys.
Yes.
You're welcome, thank you.
Anyone else?
My name is Sue Hart. I own the Brickside Coffee Shop. You need my home address, 1499 58th Street, Garrison.
You're good.
All right. A little bit of the same thing that on the same subject. Last year, didn't really know that it was going on. I didn't receive a letter. Of course, I am in a building with 3 businesses. So one of the businesses could have gotten a letter about it, but it wasn't me. The day of the concert, we knew it was coming, so I went out and we bought a lot of soda. And we were gonna set up, we have a little veranda that we were gonna set up in, we wouldn't have been on the sidewalk even. And he came in and told me I could not sell it, that special needs kids were down at the end selling pop. Great, I'm happy for them. But I should have known this ahead of time instead of wasting all this money on all this soda. And then I was told too that I would be getting some wristbands. Nobody ever came with the wristbands. And then this year, and same thing with the walking the street, business died. There was no cars downtown. This was last year. This year they pushed it back a little bit. Still no cars, no business. I literally sat at the stop sign and watched cars start to turn down for it and do a U-ey and turn right back and leave. And it's bad for business. I probably did better than anybody down there because they came in and bought food from me. But everybody else was just, it was dead. And this year again, I was not approached about any wristbands needed or anything like that. So, I mean, that's pretty much in a nutshell what happened with us. But, you know, I think it's great for the city. I think it's wonderful, but in the downtown district, I mean, some of us struggle anyway. And once a year, yeah, okay, it's just once a year. But that one time in the year can set us back for months. Because if we don't have that income, we're not gonna make rent, we're not gonna make our payments. So, you know, that's my take on it. I'm done.
Okay, no, appreciate it.
Hi, I'm Colleen Carrick, and I live at 910 East 5th Street, and I own the niche, and I'm here as well. Pretty much last year, I did not receive any letter. I know that it was stated, even in a comment on Facebook, that they had worked, and I think I can quote this, the local businesses were considered in this event, and we have been in contact with the businesses from early on. That was a quote from someone that responded to some of the upsets with the Lotus Restaurant. And I don't know if it was VU or if it was Mr. Slaughterbaum, but that was an exact quote from a response. Last year I never received a letter. This year I never received a letter of any indication of any of this going on. Last year as well, we were told that we would have wristbands, never received any wristbands. This year, the same type of thing. This year, it affected me to where on Saturday, we have, usually that's kind of a pickup day, we had someone coming from Cedar Rapids to pick up a piece of furniture. And I was actually in Denver at a conference, but I got a phone call and we had it all lined up to where this couple would be picking up something. And they contacted me and they said, you told me I could be at your business to pick up today. And I said, well, you can, what's the problem? And they said, well, it's barricaded off. And at that point, I did call Melody and I said, you know, why are we barricaded so early? This was around noontime at this point. Long story short, she said that, well, they can get around the barricades. The couple they had no clue what was going on. They turned around, left, went back to Cedar Rapids. They were very upset. I lost a very good sale that day. And then I had a couple other phone calls wondering, you know, how can we get to your store? You said we would be open. So that whole day, I lost quite a bit of money as well. I just feel, as well as the other business owners, you know, I understand this is a great thing for Vinton, and I just don't believe the downtown area, especially in front of the main businesses, is where it is best utilized, just because they started setting up barricades early in the day. And the other thing is, you know, I tried to participate. They asked to have a special sales going on for Rock the Block. I'm all about participating and helping out. I participated in having a special sale for that day, and for what good? Nobody could get to the business, and people were very upset because they were hoping to, as I say, take advantage of that sale. So that's basically what I wanted to share and how it affected me. And again, just saying that they have contacted us when I've never been contacted once, so on that whole matter. So thank
Okay.
you.
I'm Lindsay Thibodeau. I live at 506 East 4th Street, and I actually manage the Simply Blooming too, which is the new flower shop, which this is about the concert as well. And so we were right on the corner there, and just to kind of pick off of what Colleen and stuff had said, we were requested to run some specials and things, which is great for the Rock the Block. I'm totally fine with doing that. But with some of maybe the setup and things, there were some issues with people getting to us or knowing that they could go down that far. So again, you just watch the cars turn around. So really, for having to run specials and things like that, it really didn't pay for us to be open that day almost. And by noontime, I know the fellas who were working on things, which, I mean, I know they have a job to do and things to set up and things. But they had stacked barricades, trash cans, everything against that street side where like Hinkle Creek and everything is. So people who were walking down thought, oh, you're closed, because there's a stack of barricades and stack of trash cans and porta-johns and all of that along that side. So to be even open until 2 like we usually were, was kind of a waste of just, paying employees to be there when, and if that's the case that they want to set up early and do that, I'm totally fine with that. It would just be nice for us to know so we can adjust for staffing. So then we're not paying somebody to be there for an extra 2 hours to have nobody come, and run specials and, really not get anything out of it as far as that. The other thing that the gentleman who is in charge of kind of running this, kind of made a comment about our upstairs. We have, it's vacant and the owner wants to do, things to it and what have you, and she was gonna have some friends and things up there for the concert, which I'm 6 months pregnant, I'm not doing any parking. But, he had kind of given me a little chew about how that's not fair, and if you're going to be up there, you need to be buying tickets. And that rubbed me the wrong way a little bit because, well, I'm trying to help you out by, I offered to move our delivery vehicle so he could have more room for parking and do this and that, but I feel like that was not a tactful way to go about that. And if you have a problem with us being up there, then what about all the other apartments that are above there? Why is it just, getting singled out a little bit? So, and again, I understand he's trying to sell tickets and make money and do that sort of thing, which is great. But I don't need to be getting a chewing from a man when I'm just trying to participate and help. So that would be, and if that's a big issue, if he's very worried about people up above who live in those apartments, who pay rent and things, being able to see all that, maybe he needs to consider moving that to either by the courthouse or, down by Shalabon's where there aren't any apartments up above where you wouldn't have to worry about that. So that's pretty much all I have.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Biggest citizen input we had since we've been doing it, so just like to know. Anybody else?
My name is Dakota Sellers. I am not here for the downtown business deal, but I've been recording videos of city council meetings for roughly a year. The last council meeting roughly 3 weeks ago, I was in the middle of Canada. The only way I was able to get a live transcript of what was going on, had to log into Zoom, had to videotape it with my phone to have a record of what was said. So obviously meeting minutes don't come out for a while. It's very important. There's a couple items on the agenda. I sent you all a letter. I did not get a reply from anyone, but the city has it on their framed board that they need to post videos to, that's a goal, to post videos to a website. I've outlined that I'm willing to pay for the equipment, I'm willing to donate my time, I'm willing to do whatever needs to happen. I can't be at every single meeting, but I would like to have that knowledge, and I believe that most of the community would like to have that as well. So part of it comes down to communication, which it's clear that the city is terrible at communication with the garbage can rollout, as well as this debacle right here. But there needs to be more transparency. There's no more hiding in the shadows. It's something that's been said. It's something that's on the board printed. It can be implemented tomorrow. It takes 10 minutes to upload the video after it's done. The videos are already being recorded. It's just one extra step so that everybody that can't be at these meetings can witness what's going on. And to have members of council say that they've watched my videos, that's important, because obviously if you guys watch them, then other community members watch them. If you see it as a valuable asset, I don't understand why it's taken so long to get it done. It shouldn't fall on a private citizen's shoulders to take this responsibility on to get it done. The Board of Supervisors already does it. I would reach out to them for consideration on what needs to be done. But there needs to be more transparency in the city. The city needs to post the council meetings and the committee meetings so that everybody can be aware. So I would strongly agree that if you ask anybody in the city of Vinton if it's important to have them, the answer is going to be yes. So that's the end of my statement.
Anybody else?
Oh, cool. I'm gonna say something.
Hi, Riley Flintcop, 215 East 8th Street. Just to state this, I am in no way doing anything that is hiding in the shadows, and I'm really over this narrative getting pushed by specific people that we are doing things to hide in the shadows, because I've been at all of our meetings, Not one thing has been shadowy or deceitful. So to have that narrative continue to be pushed about us is getting really old. Number 2, I agree. It should not be a private citizen filming our meetings, which is why we are working on it and doing it as fast as we can. Thank you.
Oh, I wasn't gonna say anything, but now I will.
Dear Sellers, 1103 10th Avenue. Not hiding anything, look at your meeting minutes for February 9th, 2023. The agenda was to approve Don Weideman and Dean Lewis to the Planning and Zoning Commission. The minutes say Mike Timmermans and Dean Lewis. Who was voted in? I'm done.
Anybody else?
I'm Kevin Slarbon. I live in Mount Auburn. I'm here to address everything else. As far as Lotus, we started out with them. We always had, Mel and I always had a plan to put the barricades in front of their business because we knew that they wanted to stay open. We also had 3 parking spots in front of Windsor CBD for people to come to their business and park. Addressing the barricade issue. The only part of downtown that we did barricade was A Avenue intersection. They could come down anywhere they wanted at any time, till 5 o'clock that night. You can have Dan LaGrange, he watches it very close, and so does Dean Lewis. They both were happy with the way things were handled. As far as, I think this year we probably missed the ball a little bit on maybe getting a letter to everybody, but everybody that I talked to the year before, I went around the businesses and talked to people. And like Lotus was not in business the first year that we had it, so they probably missed out on some of that, and that's my fault. As far as the other business is concerned, did anybody that your employees have to pay for a ticket?
No. Why?
Okay, so that solves that problem with the armband deal.
They didn't go to
They
the concert.
wouldn't give free, and
Yeah,
what happened,
they-
never give it free
They
at
thought they'd
all.
have to pay, so they didn't go.
No, they wouldn't give free 3, he
Well,
said that.
And that's, as far as, Mel and I we left it up to a year ago that if you needed armbands, that you were to contact Melanie or myself, and the number was on the deal. Of course, it wasn't there this year, but we assumed that everybody knew what we did the year before, and that's why we didn't send out a letter, because everybody was happy with the way we handled things. If we needed to have a letter, that's on me. If we do it next year there, we can definitely talk to everybody and try to get things straightened out. As far as the porta potties there, people weren't supposed to, I hired a guard to sit at Lotus to watch the gate so that people weren't going through the gate, because we had people actually trying to get through the gate. I believe people went into Lotus from the concert and ate meals in there. So I think that, you know, it probably helped them, if it didn't hurt them any. There are so many questions there, I don't know if I'm getting on all of them, but.
Well, we'll be sure to get a big group thing together
That'd
before the
be
next
fine.
one.
Yeah.
I'm here. I have checks for the Vinton Police Department for your service for us. I appreciate it. Have one for North Benton Ambulance. Would you deliver that to me for me, please?
Thank you.
And Charlie Garwood for Vinton Fire Department would like to put his mailbox, please. I don't know if you'd like to see this. Some of you were there, some of you weren't, but this is a picture of what Hairball sent back to us and wanting to come back to town because they enjoyed being there. So they wanted us to set a date for June 8th, but they had an opening. They sent this back to us with saying how happy they were to be here. Okay, thank you. Ted, you want one? about you?
Sure do, thank you.
So, I'm all about, doing everything we can to make this work. I think it, shows that it brought a lot of people to the community, a lot of businesses did well from it. Motel was completely full. I think, other establishments as far as bars and stuff did well from it. I think, nobody was ever shut off until 5 o'clock, and that's the deal we made with everybody. The Granges were more than happy with the way we did it. I talked to him, I talked to Dean Lewis, and both of them were open until 5. Dean was open till 2, and the Granges was open till 5, and he had no problem with the way things were handled. So.
Well, you're later on in the agenda here, so.
Okay. Thank you.
Anyone else?
There's a comment, someone on Zoom.
Alrighty.
Stacy, are you there?
Yeah, can you hear me?
Yep.
Okay, sorry guys, I'm on my phone. So Stacy Glue, 1507 Cedar Ridge Road. I am on here in care of my mother-in-law, Sharon Koss. Just have some issues with Blake and not understanding what she can and cannot have for her garage. If she were to do so, she does have her house up for sale because, she can't do what she wanted to, which is fine, but we're trying to figure out what she can do. It's just very difficult and disheartening that I can't keep her in town. So I don't know who we can discuss this with. I don't know what we can do, but I'm just coming to you guys to help us out because no one's giving answers. I mean, they're giving us answers. We're just confused. I'm confused. I wasn't there. My husband was, but I don't know what we can do. So I need help. Please.
So I think that's gonna get addressed here within the next couple of weeks, I believe. Is it not, going back to that ordinance?
Yes.
So
I don't know.
there's gonna be some discussion on the ordinance, Stacy.
Okay. Because I don't, they say that, she can have it attached, but then we heard that she can't, and I'm so confused myself. So I'm like, I just need to know what she can and cannot do, what we have to have for square footage, and that's gonna make her decision if she stays here or not. So.
Well, we definitely want her to stay. We'll see if we can get you some answers here. So
Okay, that would be awesome. Thank you guys. I need some help.
we'll make sure you get it.
Okay, thank you.
Thanks, Stacy. Anyone else?
Melody Snow, 1013 C Avenue, Vinton. And I just wanted to, for Vinton Unlimited, I'm with Vinton Unlimited, I just wanted to let people know that we will be more than happy to continue to work with businesses, and we are hearing the feedback that everybody is having, and just want you to know that we are listening and want to continue to make this situation good for everyone in town.
Super.
And several of the letters were hand delivered, which that might have been a problem because sometimes that throws off the system, I understand. So when everything needs to go through the mail, so people keep it in the mail piles. So it's probably on me for hand delivery. That's it.
Thanks, Melody.
Thanks, Melody.
Anyone else? Anybody out there? Do we eat? You guys can all stay and enjoy the rest of the meeting if you want, but.
Certainly don't feel obligated to.
So, I do thank you all for coming, because we don't know if we don't know. That's just facts.
Yep, exactly.
have a date that I have to give them, or I'll lose that date. I haven't sent any money yet, but we have to have a date of June 8th, and if I don't let them know,
You're on item 9H.
You're on our agenda.
they'll pass us over.
So you just gotta hang on here.
Okay,
See where we're at.
just need to know.
All right.
Thanks.
Okay, moving on to old business. Now it's time, need a motion second consideration of ordinance 1084, an ordinance amending provisions pertaining to solid waste collection.
Second.
Motion by Bethany, second by Riley. Are we all settled up? Same as the first verse?
Same as the first.
Roll call, please.
Decimus,
Yep.
Fluhop.
Yep.
Stark,
Yes.
Gates.
Yep.
Elwick.
Yes.
All right. Moving on to item B. I need motion second consideration of ordinance 1085, ordinance amending provisions pertaining to the Planning and Zoning Commission.
Motion. Second.
Motion by Bethany, second by Tammy.
As a member of the commission, can I ask a question?
No, because I didn't call on you.
You're not gonna let me ask a question?
I can.
Could I ask a question, please?
Yes, you may.
Thank you. Currently, there's 6 members. How do you intend to get down to 5 if there's no voluntary resignation?
I will ask for voluntary resignations first,
And if you don't get any, what's
then I'll
the,
decide which one I'm gonna call.
what
I
about
already
Dawn?
had somebody that might voluntarily get off.
Pardon me?
I already talked to somebody that might voluntarily
Okay,
get off.
I was just curious, cause, in order to do
The
that.
problem is nobody's applying for committees anymore, so we're going to every opportunity we
No,
can.
no, I understand, it's just we have 6, and if nobody resigns, to me, the fair way would be draw a name out of all the remaining names, rather than try and pick somebody, because 5 of them expire on in 2025. 5 of the members, 5 of the 6, really, because the one that was in the 4 of the 6, excuse me. So, I was just curious if there's no voluntary resignation, what's the plan of attack, and you're just gonna pick somebody?
We'll decide that when the time comes. If I can't get a voluntary,
Okay,
then I'll decide.
because there's a process for that, right?
Yeah, we'll follow the processes.
Okay.
We'll get hold of the attorney, we'll decide how it works.
Okay.
So. Anybody else got any questions, comments? Roll call?
Elwick.
Yes.
Gates.
Yep.
Stark,
Yes.
Fluhop.
Yes.
Decimus.
All right, item C, now I need motion second consideration of ordinance 1086, an ordinance amending provisions pertaining to floodplain management.
Motion. Second.
Motion by Tammy, seconded by Riley. Any questions on that? Roll call?
What? I didn't have it in my packet.
No, we're supposed to save it from last time, 'cause it's
Oh,
like,
that's right.
it's like 800 pages long.
Yes.
Ew. Did you save yours?
Right?
Make sure I still had it.
Yeah.
Decimus,
Yeah.
Gates.
Yes.
Elwick.
Yes.
Stark,
Yes.
Fluhop.
Yes.
All right, moving on to new business. Now I need a motion approval agreement for professional services from Third Grain for S Avenue West 4th Street Extension.
Motion.
Second.
Motion by Bethany, second by Andrew. So this would be out toward Matt's, Wilton's property. I know Nate and I talked, a couple times on this, and the cost wasn't gonna be very much if we just hired him as a by the hour basis. Some things that specifically probably gonna have to find out is what are limits of construction and elevations.
Right.
And I assume, Matt, you haven't done anything yet?
No, it's going. You had told Schminky last time we had met that you had said he could
Now, we
determine.
could try and shoot those grades, but I do want Nate just to be able to double check those.
Yeah, he's got a flag marking 3% grade. Schminky does, based on the conversation. And I mean, I'm poured and framed at this point, so.
Before we get too far, I have to call a roll call, make sure we're gonna do all this, so. So I get a roll call on hiring Nate to have a time material basis to help us out there.
Stark.
Yep.
Decimus,
Yeah.
Fluhop.
Yes.
Gates.
Yep.
Elwick.
Yes.
Okay, So that part's done. That's basically why I wanna get him on, to make sure that those shots work, cause as great as we are, I'd rather have his engineering in case we gotta get some sort of permit for some odd reason. So,
Okay,
minimal stuff I need him to do.
understood.
Alright. Now, moving on to item B, I need a motion approval of proposal for contract drilling service from Team Service for Bud's Lift Station.
Motion. Second.
Motion by Bethany, second by Riley. Do you wish to speak on that before I vote, or?
Really just here for to answer any questions, so.
So this is so when he puts this out for bid, the people don't come back and say, hey, we hit rock. He's gonna make sure we don't get a huge change order.
Or if we wanna directionally drill this as opposed to open cut it to save on pavement restoration costs, that we can actually get that done.
Right. So does everybody understand that? It's up to like, what'd it say, 112 feet, I think, there in the drill or something like that.
I thought that sounded pretty fair that they would, because if they drill down to when they hit rock, if that's shorter than what we would have otherwise gone, then we save money that way, so I thought that was fair to the city. Just do it by the foot.
Anybody else got any questions? Roll call.
Stark,
Yes.
Elwick,
Yes.
Gates.
Yep.
Fluhop,
Yes.
Senius.
Alright, moving on to item C. Now I need motion approval agreement for construction engineering service from Fairground for the West First Street improvements.
So moved.
Second.
Motion by Bethany, second by Andrew. Why do I think this was already included in the original one?
It was explicitly not included, so good try. No, this,
Can't blame the guy for trying.
projects like this, we prefer to deal with this after the design, so we have a better handle on what is actually going to be needed in the field on these. And with DOT, this is actually more than what we had to design by quite a bit, and it's just to get it through the DOT approvals. I mean, we'll have as much more office work as we will actually boots on the ground in the field on these things. So there's testing included, also includes surveying everything out ahead of the contractor, things like that.
What testing do you have included?
The humid concrete testing, that's actually really about it on this one because we don't have any underground.
Yeah, but you should have some compaction testing for the subgrade, right?
Like nuke testing, or is that what
You're gonna have a team do that, or somebody,
Uh,
whatever, that's gonna fall under the contractor, I assume? Is that incidental?
Let me get back to you on that.
Cause that would be the biggest one.
Yeah. Let me get back to you on that.
Unless you're just gonna proof roll everything and then it's,
Well, we always proof roll them, so that's a for sure. I just don't know if I gotta go back and double check, it's been too long since we turned these in, what was included and not, so let me get back to you.
yeah, we definitely don't want it to fall apart right after. So,
Incidentally, I did have a conversation with Scott today. To me, he seemed comfortable, I don't know, what is this one? He seemed comfortable with what we had designed as far as the cross section, so, for what it's worth.
Any got any questions on that? We can roll call it.
Fluhop,
Yes.
Stark.
Yep.
Gates.
Yes.
Elwick,
Yes.
Senius.
Yep. Alrighty, so yeah, check on those little items, obviously. Alright, now I need item D, now I need motion approval of partial pay estimate number 1 for B Avenue Sewer Extension Project.
Motion. Second.
Motion by Tammy, second by Riley. So, they're done.
They're done, we have testing left to do at Pull Mandrel, so that's why we don't have it completely finalized here tonight.
And we seeded the 2 little spots way out of the seeding window.
Yes.
So, in case it doesn't grow, has it got a warranty on it for?
Yes, well, actually, I think we knew that was gonna be outside the window on this one, and they were very small areas. Let me. see if I can-
And yeah, they are very tiny areas.
They're very small, so. I have a hunch that we knew this was gonna get done outside the seating window, we might have waived the seating warranty on that. looks like it is under warranty. The seating would be under warranty. We did not exclude if it was outside the warranty that I'm seeing here. So yes, that, it appears that would be.
Those two spots. Well, maybe we should encourage the homeowners that maybe we can help them out with some water bills if they get out there and spray it and make it grow. If you wanna get a couple letters out to those two homeowners. I think that's the only spots, there's two on the south end, right?
There's a little bit along the driveway on the west side.
There can't be much.
No, there's really not.
So, yeah, really, once they get the mandrel, I'd really prefer just to close it out.
Yeah.
So, see if we get it with water or something. Oh, yay. So the partial pay estimate, knowing that we got a mandrel test yet, and whatever the seating thing is. Questions? Roll call?
Elwick,
Yes.
Decidius,
Yep.
Stark,
Yes.
Fluhoff,
Yes.
Gates.
Yep.
Alright, now I need approval for temporary construction easement agreement between Elk Electric and the city of Vinton.
Motion.
Second.
Motion by Bethany, second by Riley. So we need a little more area to get to the tower.
Actually, this is for a temporary tower, since US Cellular is obligated to remove their equipment, but the city is obligated to provide them space to put up a temporary tower in the lease. So this provides that space for the temporary tower. They wanna put it up next week already.
Lovely. Anybody got any questions on that? Roll call?
Decidius,
Yep.
Gates, Fluhoff,
Yes.
Stark,
Yes.
Elwick.
Abstain?
Nice. Alright.
Is that a portable tower?
Yes, it is a self-supported portable tower, that will be up until the painting project is done, scheduled roughly middle of October. And then they will move all the equipment back, reinstall the equipment onto the water tower, and then remove the tower. I don't know how long it'll take, I would assume roughly a month, so by Thanksgiving-ish, it should be gone.
When they gonna come and get started?
Painting?
Yeah.
They're looking mid-August. US Cellular wanted about a month to get their stuff moved over, and so that's why they want to start next week. If they get done ahead of schedule, the painter would like to get started sooner, closer to the 1st of August rather than the middle. So that's the way the contract read, is they could not start before, I think it was August 15th, or when US Cellular was ready for them. And we are right on schedule right now.
Perfect.
We have all of our meter collection software on top of the tower as well, that we have to pull down and move, so I think, Brad's gonna work on that next week, so. We don't wanna be the reason we're holding on to it.
Absolutely not.
And it will be a sense this time, and the contractor's well worth it, we get to keep it.
Alrighty, moving on to item F. Now I need motion approval of resolution to approve memorandum of understanding between the Iowa Department of Revenue and the city of Vinton regarding the state set-off program.
Second.
Motion by Bethany, second by Tammy. Any questions on that? Roll call?
Decidius, Elwick,
Yes.
Fluhoff,
Yes.
Gates.
Yep.
Stark.
Yes.
Alright, moving on to item G. Now I need motion approval of resolution to update the business improvement grant program.
Motion.
Second.
Motion by Riley, second by Bethany. Melissa and I talked about this. We got quite a bit of money sitting in there, so we thought we'd up the grant dollars just to be able to get it spent for what it's used for, not sitting in a bank account. So
Remind us again where that's funded from?
that is from your hotel motel tax.
Correct. The 25% the city retains.
And this is a matching grant?
No, this
No.
is just an invoice, and they said that they had a $2,000 bill, we would pay it. So. You didn't think I knew where it came from, did you?
No, just trying to make sure everybody's aware of all the information.
Super. Any other questions on that? Roll call?
Gates. Elwick.
Yes.
Stark.
Yes.
Blue Hop. Yes. Vasinius.
All right, moving on to item H, I already crossed it out. Approval of special event application for the bright lights on tentatively 4th, June 8th, 2024.
Motion.
Second.
Motion by Bethany, second by Ron. Got you in there, Ron.
Thank you. I've been quiet on mine.
All right, so Kevin already spoke that they'd like to come back on the 8th. So we got some logistics we need to work out, if it's gonna be on 4th or maybe 5th. So, have to call it bright lights on 4th or 5th. I don't know what you're doing. So,
We can change the name, it's not a big deal.
I think in general, just listen to everybody's happy with the event, just we gotta work out the kinks.
Yep.
That'd be a fair statement? Yep. No?
Yes, yes.
Okay. And the kinks we will work out.
Thank you.
Anybody else got any questions? I wasn't even gonna go, Kevin, and I had a hell of a time. So,
I couldn't, so.
Well, I know Bob wishes that something like that was going on when he had the store, so.
alrighty. Questions, comments?
Yes, sir, if I may ask, just to clarify, if that's okay. The application that you're about to vote on, does that specify a location of the event or just the event itself?
Just downtown.
All right, thank you very much.
And if we have to amend it later, we can. Like I said, we got 11 months to get the kinks worked out.
Thank you.
Well, probably 10. Probably 10 months to get the kinks worked out.
I would say that because the street closures are on this application that are requested to be blocked off and closed. So those may change, it sounds like, if the venue changes.
Well, if we
And
move
if
to
they do
5th, it'd
change,
just
we'll
be
make
the
sure we
same
get 'em.
streets, only on 5th Street instead of VA Avenue and, Second.
We have a chance to get it amended. Like I said, we'll get the whole group thing together, we'll make sure everybody's on the same page what we're gonna do. So,
Thank you, sir.
God, that hurts. All right, roll call, please.
Stark.
Yes.
Blue Hop.
Yes.
Vasinius.
Yep.
Gates.
Yes.
Elwick.
Yes.
So I can go ahead and book.
You can vote.
Thank you.
And
I have no problem with the 5th, and actually, we did it originally there just because it was right downtown Vinton and tried to promote downtown Vinton, and if it's a problem, it's a problem. I mean,
it'll still promote downtown Benton.
that's right. We can move her a block over and it'll be the same thing.
Same deal. Lovely. Well, why don't you work with somebody in Melody and get a big meeting set up, probably late fall, early winter with everybody, and so everybody's on the same page moving forward?
Okay, that sound good?
When you're
I
not.
talked to the other people outside, and they were willing to work with us too. Mel and I talked to them, and they were fine with what went on. As far as the people up in the deal, we didn't have anybody that was, that lived up there. They all watched from there anyway. The other people that came up there, and I did say that to her, that I didn't feel it was right that they went up there and watched the concert. There was like 15 of them up there watching the concert out the windows, which is if it's their building, I guess they can do whatever they want, but.
That they can.
But, I just didn't feel it was right.
Well, I thought it was a smashing success for the concert wise. About time one actually went well.
Thank you.
Alrighty, moving on. Now I need a motion for approval of special event application for Boomfest August 26, 2023.
Motion.
Second.
Motion by Andrews, seconded by Riley. Throwing me way off. Any comments,
Don't get down your
questions?
toes.
Roll call.
Gates.
Yes.
Vasinius.
Yep.
Stark.
Yes.
Blue Hop.
Yes.
Elwick.
Yes.
Alright, moving on to reports. Mr. Ward's not here, so we're gonna skip over here. We're gonna go backwards. Melissa, you got anything?
In your packet is a brick newsletter. Chris asked me to include just as an update from him on the project. And I would throw a reminder out there that I am gonna be in clerk school next week, so I won't be around.
Where's that?
Ames, it's the one I had received the scholarship for.
Oh, yeah.
Chief?
Got nothing to add, Mayor.
Lovely. Melody, you're here, you got anything?
I'm good.
Alrighty, so moving on to me, I got a couple things. I need the general, well, we'll start with the Public Works Committee. I need you to get with Melissa, S&J, Scott Meyer, and figure out the fall cleanup schedule.
Thank you.
S&J obviously is gonna help assist with that. We just wanna figure out what's gonna be best, maybe a hybrid of different things. We're gonna get some ideas to make it best for the citizens, so.
You said Public Works.
Yeah, I think that's a Public Works thing. They were in charge of the garbage anyhow, I think, weren't they?
No.
They weren't? Who was it?
Which one was it? Was that
Business type?
Business type or was that general government?
Business.
It's business. I was.
Yeah, let's make it business type. My fault. Let's go ahead and move that to business type.
Okay, can you repeat the request?
I didn't think it was gonna be my committee.
Want to get the cleanup organized for
Oh,
the
yeah.
fall
Gotcha.
with S&J and Scott. Maybe look at doing some hybrid things with it. So S&J had some good ideas, and Melissa was running them by me today, and I thought they were good ideas. So maybe we can make things work so it's just easier and less time consuming for our employees and stuff like that.
Good.
So.
That'd be great.
All right, the other one is, that's what I'm gonna call general government. Need that committee to get on, and per that letter we got today, I'd like you to start focusing on figuring out an electronic broadcast of meetings and get a camera system for the entire chamber hall.
Cool. Can do.
And if I was going to put a schedule on that, I would like to have it done before the end of the year.
That's a long schedule. Okay. I was gonna do it in a month.
It's already August. So,
Okay. Will do.
it's pretty close.
It's
You
not
just as well call it
It's
August.
not August.
Once July starts, it's August.
No, it's not.
I'm already planning for winter conditions.
That means I get
Well,
older.
listen, I wanna make sure you're at that meeting too.
Something.
Other than that, that's all I got for reports. Thank you very much for getting those organized. Good and welfare. Nothing good and welfare happening in the town.
We got a whopping half-inch of rain today.
Got some rain.
The bugs have been pretty low.
When's Rachi coming in?
Pre-con is next Thursday. We'll
Big
find out more
construction
then.
coming up. A lot of things happening. Did have a couple notifications from Iowa Department of Finance talking about some grant opportunities perhaps that they might want to share with us. I got a letter from the USDA today that I passed on to Chris about possibly looking for some office space in town. Melissa got it too, I think. So we're gonna look into that. Yeah. Like that? Sunny, shiny, get a tan? Anything else? All right, need a motion for adjournment.
Motion.
That's quick. Ron, Riley, first and second, all those in favor?
Aye.
Thank you.
Somebody call me tomorrow and tell me it's not Friday.